CSGO has been at the pinnacle of FPS esports for quite some time now, but there are more and more challenges showing up every day. With an all-time player count of 13,05,714 players at one time, it might seem hard that this game's superiority can be challenged, but in reality, it can. I'm Yadullah Abdi, you're watching Candid.Technology, and in this video, we're going to discuss whether CSGO is a dead game in 2021. Other popular FPS games such as Valorant and even Call of Duty Warzone are now giving CSGO a run for its money. The reason being, the game is just too old. Valorant introduced a lot of new gameplay elements such as the ability to share buyouts within the team, better markers, faster gameplays and whatnot. Things that have been missing from CSGO and players have been asking for them for quite some time now. Now Valve has been actively working on Counter-Strike to make it more relevant in the face of new opposition, and since the game went free to play in 2018, which brought an influx of hackers, but it's something we'll come to it later, the game has been relatively shaky, but while the player base and the growth has been a little bit off the charts, CSGO is still quite relevant. With new maps, game modes and a new operation, Riptide, all showing up last month, this is a great time to return to CSGO if you haven't been crunching death matches already. 2020 also saw some serious updates, including official support for retake maps, significant improvements to the comm system, and the new agent skins getting the much needed visibility upgrade. The game has received significant updates to its menu and stats system. Bots have been banished from competitive and wingman modes, which does more harm than good, but if you're looking at serious players, this is actually fair play. Apart from that, the meta always has something or the other going on, with the latest changes making the dualies cheaper and balancing weapon damage all across the inventory, most notably in the M4A1S. No more annoying 98 damage in 4 hit. The inclusion of Danger Zone was also a welcome addition to the game. Although the Battle Royale mode is far less popular than CSGO's main competitive mode, it's still a fun way of taking a break from the super serious competitive matches, well, depending upon what rank you play. Retakes are now a thing officially, which means you no longer have to scout around community servers to find maps and game modes where you get destroyed by pros even before you see them. Which brings me to the next point, the community. At the time of writing this script, there are currently 4,09,200 players playing the game as we speak. The insane amount of customization, community mods, maps, game modes, servers, teams, and a lot of the official content like skins, music kits, and stickers have contributed heavily to CSGO's cult status. No other game has that level of freedom, and that's simply because no other game has been around for that long. Now, the community that I just praised, it can also be quite toxic. When the game went free to play in 2018, it also brought in an influx of hackers who would cheat their way into competitive matches, and if they get VAC banned, they would just make a new account and start afresh. VAC was actually quite useless dealing with this influx in the beginning, but Valve finally caught up, and with the updated Prime status settings, hacking has become a lesser problem, although still a problem. Speaking of which, you can no longer upgrade to Prime status by leveling up to level 21. You now have to purchase it. This effectively is similar to buying the game if you want to play without hackers plaguing every game you join, and while it's a bit of a cheap shot by Valve, it was effective in rooting out hackers. 128 tick servers are still a thing that players have been asking for, and if you're looking to play on higher tick maps or higher tick servers, you're going to have to find alternative matchmaking options, and matchmaking is still terribly imbalanced. Jumping into a competitive match only to find out a majority of your team is in the silvers and is flashing you half the time isn't something great. Besides, the introduction of the new half-competitive mode has also split the player base, making it hard to find balanced lobbies. The weapon meta keeps changing from time to time, and Valve keeps breaking one gun or the other. In fact, for the first time in a long time, the game meta might actually be a tad bit balanced. But you never know what they're going to mess up in the next update, which is downloading on my PC as we speak. While Valorant definitely made a dent in CSGO's player base with a lot of popular players like Shroud and Ninja moving over to the former, the game's average player count has been rather steady, with the occasional dip here and there. Now Valve has been working on modernizing the game and bringing new gameplay elements, and while the game is 8 years old and it still plays and feels like the classic legend that we've been playing for decades, this new modernization is certainly going to help the next wave of players incoming to find the game more relevant. If you liked this video, give us a thumbs up, press the bell icon, subscribe to the channel, and tell us in the comments below if you want us to cover more of CSGO. If you want to know more about tech, visit our website Candid.Technology, follow us on social media, follow me on Instagram or Twitter, and we'll see you in the next video.